Hi, I'm John Stewart, Chief Investment Officer of Farmers Trust Company. This is the Investor's Edge.
The Investor's Edge, Market Insights with John Stewart, is brought to you by Farmers Trust Company.
Hi, I'm John Stewart. Welcome to the Investor's Edge. First up, the week in review. More good news for stocks. Well, this past week has provided plenty to keep investors on their toes. Over the weekend, President Trump announced he would be pausing tariffs on Europe by 90 days, which was good for a pop of more than 2% in all the major market indexes on Monday. Then on Wednesday evening, markets got a double dose of positive news with better than expected quarterly results from chipmaker NVIDIA, along with an announcement that the FTC ruled Trump's reciprocal tariffs were in conflict with existing laws. Now throw in some better than expected consumer confidence numbers and an upwardly revised first quarter GDP report, and stocks have been continuing their upward trajectory they've been on since mid-April. Now that the market's back within striking distance of its all-time highs, investors will be looking for clues that the economy is on solid footing. And for the time being, it looks like it probably is. For this week's featured insight, why AI can't beat the market. There's some talk out there about how AI is going to replace humans when it comes to making investment decisions. I beg to differ. First of all, the stock market is the most advanced AI system ever created. The market itself incorporates all available information and human intelligence, including anything AI might be able to add to the equation, which it likely wouldn't because it can only pull from information that is currently available. Now don't take my word for it. We now have some studies that are available to bear out my thinking. A study by Scientific American showed that only 10 out of 43 partially managed AI funds was able to outperform the S&P 500, and the average fund underperformed by more than 5 percentage points. Out of 11 funds fully managed by AI, every single one underperformed the market. 6 actually lost money, and the average fund underperformed the market by nearly 10 percentage points. Out of the total of 54 funds that were studied, 31 of them have since been closed down. Monkeys throwing darts at a board could do better. Looking ahead, more economic data to watch. We're going to get a lot of economic data next week. ISM reports from both manufacturing and services will give us a taste of what businesses are saying about the economy. And construction spending and factory orders will give us some hard data on what's actually happening in the economy. The closely watched monthly jobs report is due out on Friday, and that will give investors more clues to the health of the labor market. The resilience of the labor market and consumer spending have been pointed to as the key factors in supporting this economy, and by extension, the stock market. So any signs of weakness in that report could be met with selling pressure by investors. Once again, I'm John Stewart. Thank you for watching The Investor's Edge.
The Investor's Edge, Market Insights with John Stewart, is brought to you by Farmers Trust Company.